Hi, my name is Anna Faruqi, and I'm applying to be a candidate for the Mars 107 project because I believe that I would be an asset on Mars 107. I appreciate a challenge, I believe in working towards a collective good, and I think through my past experiences that I have the capacity to serve in the kind of environment that Mars would be, specifically in this kind of project. An experience that I had that prepared me properly for this role was actually managing a Student Government Association elections campaign ticket, which I did successfully. And I managed to work with a team to elect 30 legislative candidates and 4 executive candidates to the Student Government Association in one of the most contested SGA elections in the history of the school. And we won successfully with a margin of 75% to 25%, which was the largest margin of victory the school has seen for the past decade. The skills I bring to the table when conducting work in high-intensity situations are an ability to keep my stress levels low through proper time management and therapeutic techniques, an ability to communicate well, and an ability to delegate also, and manage different teams efficiently. Through this campaign, one of the reasons we were able to be so successful and professional in the work that we did, which was evidenced by the results, was that I was in charge of coordinating different teams that were responsible for different buckets of our strategy. We had a communications team, we had a field team, we had a student group endorsements team, and we had a political strategy team. And I coordinated these teams to do the work that needed to be done, but also so that there were avenues of communication so that people could also be held accountable to the work that needed to be done. I'm extremely comfortable with disagreement and conflict, unfortunately, as there were many points of tension throughout the campaign for a variety of reasons, whether it was around preparation for the debate or last-minute curveballs that were thrown at us once campaigning was started. One specific instance that I'll talk about briefly was when we got news from the other ticket, actually, that they had out-canvassed us, and that they had talked to 2,700 students in the first week when we had only talked to 1,600. This inspired a lot of panic among some people, and the way that I proactively addressed that was calling an emergency meeting with the core team members at midnight, where we basically went through our strategy as it was, came up with an action plan, and the most important part, how we were going to communicate this to the rest of the ticket. Because as leaders of this team, it was really imperative that we understood that we set the tone for the rest of the organization. And because we were able to set a tone of calm, and a tone of dedication to the work that needed to be done, we were able to put our heads down and do it, and ultimately that's what won us the election. If I was working on a team that was experiencing conflict, I would do a similar thing, where I would proactively address the root of the problem and talk to every individual about about what they thought that needed to be done to address it. It's really important when working on a team that people feel that they're being heard, not just in the work that they're being asked to do, but also emotionally where they're at, and that there are constant check-ins. And that's something that I did a lot in the campaign that was able to allow us to be successful, but it's something I would do in a conflict environment also. Some other important things that the decision committee should consider about me. I have experience in Israeli-Palestinian conflict because I lived in Jerusalem, so if I can handle Jerusalem, I'm pretty sure I can handle Mars. Another thing to understand, my favorite museum growing up was the Air and Space Museum, and going to Mars was always a dream, and so being accepted on this program would be an incredible opportunity that I would cherish for the rest of my life. And something else that I would really appreciate about being accepted is the ability to learn more about species that aren't human, because I don't know if they exist, and so I'd like to find out. Thank you so much for considering my application, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you.